Hold on. Yeah, clap it up. Oh, man, even I didn't know it was this good. Dang. Clayton Jr., your casual fan is going to look at this. 3 for 10 from the field, 1 for 7 on threes, and go, oh, man, he didn't really do nothing. I strongly disagree. Woo, 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 woo. What are they talking about? Clap it up. Clap it up. What a game that was. One of the best national championship games I've ever personally witnessed. Shout out to the Houston Cougars. Shout out to the Florida Gators. Man, oh man, there's a lot we got to get into, a lot we got to talk about. The game just got done wrapping up, and it's kind of bittersweet. I don't want to talk about this too much at the beginning of this video. The reason I say bittersweet is because, yeah, we're going to talk about this game. It was an awesome March Madness. However, this is it. No more college basketball, and I just want to say, if I don't say it again at the end of this video, thank you guys so much for all the support on all these videos. This was by far the most support we've ever had during March Madness. And I'd say it was the most fun I've ever had covering March Madness because you guys were so engaging. It was so fun interacting with you on Twitter. We had the groups, as you can see right here. We had, what was it, MattBeGreat's bracket group. And then we also had, okay, so this is my second chance bracket. I'm going to show you the original bracket. Calm down, Timothy and Bobby. I can already see you run to the comment section. Matt, we don't care about your second chance bracket. We want to see the OG. I'm going to show you the OG. I just got to say, I won't pull it up because, well, I don't know. It was just the first one that popped up. But as you can see, the Florida Gators, I picked them in my second chance bracket and my original bracket. They won, finished 97.3%. Not bad. Only missed 2 games. That was the Duke game. We all know Duke should have won that one. They blew that. And the Arkansas one. Still haunts me to this day. Coach Calipari, how do you blow a 13-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the game? I digress. Still a great second chance bracket from your boy Matt. Let's see. Should we pull up? We're going to talk all about this game. Should we? I'm trying to think. Should I pull up the groups first, or should we talk about the game? Well, let's pull up the groups. In the second chance bracket group, let's see who our winners are. You know, am I going to get banned if I post this? There's some things you can't make up, and it's this right here. I don't even have anything to say about that besides, why is that your username? I'm caught off guard, sorry. Shaking my head. Can we be better in this? For real, man. This is a family-friendly channel. Gosh, there's kids watching. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Congratulations, I guess. Come on, man. You got to be a little more professional. Second, we got, okay, wait a minute. So we have a bunch of people. So there's 10 people that tied for first. I don't know why they decided that's the winner. It is one of the winners. I just hate that's up there. Shout out to Joel, Gabe's, GAH picks 2, Reconzies, Matt B. All right. Matt B. Jewish. Now I'm Jewish. He won. Matt B. Diddy Jr. won. Gator Made, and yeah, that's our winners, and then you still got some more. All right, crazy names. I'm not going to read off all those. Congratulations. Thank you to each and every single one of y'all for participating in the second chance bracket. Let's go to, since I showed y'all, wait, let's go back here, see if we do this real quick. Yeah, 97%. I had Florida winning. Hey, pop out the confetti and whatnot. That's cool. I only missed the Duke game. I had the Dukies in Arkansas, so that's that for the second chance. Let's go to the OG bracket. I know y'all want to see this. By the way, if you are new to the channel, you're probably not. I'm not one of these people that fills out 4,000 brackets. I'm a one bracket and one bracket only guy. We had 2,700 members. Shout out to y'all. And wait, where's my bracket? Here it is. So I finished fairly decent in our group, I believe. Yeah, 628th place. We had nearly 3,000 members. That's not bad at all. 71. Is that right? Hold on, let me refresh it. Sometimes you got to refresh. Oh, yeah. I was about to say something. Oh, man. Woo. Hold on. Yeah, 628th place. Hold on. Yeah, clap it up. Oh, man, even I didn't know it was this good. Dang. Turned out to have an excellent year, which is crazy because if you've been keeping up with these videos, you would know I was struggling early on. I remember after day one, my bracket was at like 19%. I mean, the reason for that is because I had Clemson making it to the Final Four. If I don't pick that, who knows? I could have been like 92, 93%. Dang, that is a heck of a bracket. I'll take that all day long. 88.3%. Not bad at all. And you had all these people saying, Matt doesn't know ball. Matt, he's dilute. Matt's this, Matt. Hey, shut up, nerd. Men lie, women lie. But as you can see, numbers, they never lie. 88.3%. And this was a down year for me. A down year. I'll take it. The only thing that bit me in the butt big time. Actually, we're going to go over some of the round of 64 and round of 32 things. I don't want to say these are picks I regret, but it's more so of I picked the wrong upsets. For starters, where are they at in the Midwest? Clemson. Clemson won. That kind of hosed me because I had them going to a Final Four. Then also, right here is a good example. I had Grand Canyon upsetting Maryland. I had Memphis beating Colorado State. Picked the wrong upset because what happened? Maryland smashed Grand Canyon and Memphis. They're the team that got upset. And I also had, I had Missouri beating Drake. Guess what? That's an upset. There's another big one I had. I believe it's in the South region, Louisville. My bracket got busted on day one because Louisville lost. Who was it? Didn't I have? I had, hold on, guys. Give me a second. I'm looking at all this. Oh, yeah, I had Lipscomb beating Iowa State. Then I had Lipscomb beating North Carolina. I had North Carolina beating Ole Miss. Yeah, that's a head scratcher. Oh, yeah, I knew there was one more. Montana, I had them upsetting Wisconsin. Not the greatest pick ever. Outside of that, nothing too atrocious. The bracket was pretty solid. I had 6 of the Elite 8 teams correct, and in the Final Four, I had, where's our Final Four at? They got it all jumbled up. I had Florida, Michigan State in my Final Four, and Duke and Clemson. So I got 2 out of the Final Four correct. In the national championship, I had Florida. Where's it? Why is it not showing? Why is it not? I don't know why it should. Well, anyways, I had Florida beating Duke. What was the championship? Florida beating Houston. So I still got the champion right, which at the end of the day is really the only pick that matters if you're not going to get a perfect bracket. The champion. I got the champion correct. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at this at all. I could go over everything into detail, but that pretty much just went over all the real horrendous picks. Lipscomb, I had them winning 2 games. I had Montana beating Wisconsin. Clemson make it to a Final Four. Outside of that, nothing bad. I did have Michigan State beating Auburn. As we know, Auburn, they won that one. In the second chance bracket, I did take Auburn. And, yeah, I'm trying to think here. Not much more. Oh, I did have the Johnnies going pretty far. They lost to Arkansas. That's pretty much it. Let's head up. Oh, wait. Let's see who won our original group. This is our big group. We had nearly 3,000 members. Our winner is, drum roll please. Oh, wait. I don't even know if y'all could hear that. I was beating on the desk like an idiot. Matt, why don't you just shut up? Quit being corny and show it. Wow. West Virginia should be in. Clap it up. To West Virginia should be in. He is our, I believe, undisputed champion. So this isn't a tie. He got 1,800 points, 99.9% correct. Shout out to everybody on the leaderboard. Matt Daddy. Oh, why did I click on that? I didn't mean to click on that. Ian's bracket. BX. Don't even have a name. Isaac. Sean. MattBeGreat's and Bama. Braden Smith. Him. 2020-25. Real Voozy bracket. MattBeGreat's bracketly challenged. Kevin's ultimate bracket. Gnomes. Perfect bracket. Bennett's perfect bracket. Clapping cheeks. Randy. 3%. Matt B holding my... All right, buddy. Levi Williams picks. Possibly a decent bracket. No more than 15 losses. Caleb's bracket. Hogs by 900. B-Strat. Little Berkman. And I'm not reading that last one. Shout out to everybody that participated. We had a great time, and I'm looking forward to it next year. Let's head back over here to our second chance bracket because it's more zoomed in, and we can look at this. Confetti is flying again. The Florida Gators beat Houston. I made an entirely separate video previewing this game in which I gave you reasons as to why I thought Florida was going to win. That's what happened. The way the game was played, it was Houston's dream scenario. They made Florida play their style of ball, and Houston still somehow, someway managed to lose this game. Everything that could have went right for Houston, I felt like it did go right. The tempo, Florida, they even got they should be talking about more, 2 technical fouls. And Florida still walks out of here with a win. Why? Because at the end of the game, when you got close to one, it comes down to 1 or 2 plays and execution. That's all it comes down to. Who executed better at the end of the game? Florida. That's why they won. The final play, Florida, give credit to them for climbing up Houston. But Houston, I got to give Kelvin Sampson some kudos. And I agree with him. You didn't want this game to go in overtime. He was going for the win, the kill shot. Sure, it's easy to say because hindsight's 2020. Oh, that was stupid. He shouldn't have went for a 3. He should have went earlier in the shot clock, extend the game, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. Sure, that's because it didn't work out. But if Emmanuel Sharp catches that ball clean, turns, fires, and knocks down that 3, which he's done all year long, he hit the big one against Duke, we're calling Kelvin Sampson a genius. It just so happens it didn't work out. And yeah, it wasn't a great play at the end, but you also got to chop it up to, well, hey, Florida was ready for it. Emmanuel Sharp. Oh, yeah. While I'm thinking about it, I had a lot of people on Twitter saying, or tweeting at me saying, yo, Matt, what happened? Why didn't he touch the ball at the end? So for those of you who don't know, Emmanuel Sharp, when he goes up, Chad Bacon Lasagna is about to call him his real name. As we all know, it's Bacon Lasagna. He did the same thing. Who was it against? I think it was against Florida as well. Went up. He thought he was going to be open. And it's one of those things you realize, oh, crap, I can't even get the shot off, so you just bounce the ball. Same thing as Emmanuel Sharp. And when you do that, if you touch the ball again, it's why you saw him just standing there and boxing out Walter Clayton Jr. It's a double dribble. Outside of that play alone, Emmanuel Sharp had an awful game. I haven't even looked at the box score because the game just got done wrapping up. I'm pretty sure that was one of his worst shooting performances of the season. Not just the tournament, but of the season. We're going to pull it up. I said just in a second. Why don't we pull it up now? Give y'all something to look at. We'll do this in live time. All right. Will Richard, 18. Oh, yeah, he was really good. Unsung hero of the game. Everybody's going to talk about Walter Clayton Jr. clutching up at the end per usual. But he was clamped up. He didn't even score in the first half. He did have a lot of assists. I'll talk about him in just a second. Florida Gators shot 40% from the field. Houston, 35%. 25% on threes, 24%. Evenly matched. 13 turnovers to 9. At one point in this game, Florida had 13 turnovers and Houston had 4. So they had 5 turnovers in a row to end it. Man, this was an even game. 50-39. I'm telling you, this was one of the best games I've ever watched. Alex Condon, 5 for 9 from the field, 12 points. Chin Liu, he's not going to do anything. I told you in the preview. Him and Condon might score. Not score. Matt, word your words correctly. Sorry. They might combine for 12 or 14 points. Well, they had 15. Will Richard, arguably Florida's best player. 18 points, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Man, he's stuffing the stat sheet. Clayton Jr., your casual fan is going to look at this. 3 for 10 from the field, 1 for 7 on threes, and go, oh, man, he didn't really do nothing. I strongly disagree. When Houston, or when a team is focusing on you like they were focusing on Clayton Jr., they're icing them on every pick and roll. They're doubling them on any and every opportunity on pick and rolls. There's not much you can do. And credit to him for not forcing shots. There were a couple he forced, but he wasn't one of those guys just jacking up shots. He only shot the ball 10 times. I guarantee you, if you were to ask Florida's head coach, hey, would you prefer him to shoot a little bit more and force more shots? He'd say, heck to the yeah. You'd like to see him get a bare minimum 15, even if they are heavily contested. I thought he did a fantastic job passing the ball. This is what I'm talking about. Your casual fan ain't gonna point to this. 7 assists. 7. He was an outstanding facilitator on the night. 5 rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds. That's huge. 1 steal, 1 block. Then you had Martin. Not his best. 2 for 10, 1 for 6. Played good defense. Telling you, 7 points. Hawk off the bench, nothing special, 5 points. Hand locked and nothing special, 2 points. And then you had Aberdeen with 7 points. About what you expect out of Florida all year long. Let's get into Sharp. I want to see. Oh, man. And wasn't as bad as I thought. 3 for 11, 1 for 7 on threes. Not his best three-point shooting effort. Okay, but here's the difference. Clayton Jr., I know Florida was locking down LJ Cryer and Sharp, focusing on them. But Clayton Jr.'s 3 for 10 looked way better than Emmanuel Sharp's 3 for 11. That's just my personal opinion. Tugler, 2 for 3. Juwan Roberts, 3 for 13. Man, he missed a gimme at the end of the game. It was a, out of bounds play. He had Clayton Jr. matched up on him. He had him buried in the paint. Not even on the block, on the paint. He missed a layup. As Hoopers, we call them bunnies. He missed a bunny. I know he played hard, but you got to do better than that. You got to make those layups at the end of the game. Uzan, terrible, 2 for 9, 0 for 4 on threes. And when I say terrible, I'm talking about offense. All these guys on Houston, they play outstanding defense. Emmanuel Sharp, like we said, 3 for 11. LJ Cryer, I didn't know it was this bad. That's 33.3% for those of you who can't do basic math. 6 for 18, 4 for 11 on threes. He had a couple go in and out. Nobody played that well on the offensive side of the ball. I know Florida locks you down defensively, but you can't expect to win a game when you got 4 of your starters not even scraping. Wait, I know that's not 33%. That's not. Yeah, you had 4 starters not even scraping 33%. Not even from the three-point line, from the overall field. Uzan over 4 on threes, Cryer 4 for 11, then 1 for 7 from Sharp. And nobody got in double digits outside of Cryer. 19 points. What about Francis off the bench? That guy was hooping. He was dunking on everybody. Then you had Wilson. The bench did pretty good for Houston. 9 points there. Other guy, Terrence, didn't play too much. There's your stats. And let me pull up this while I'm thinking about it. It's on Twitter. I tweet out during the games. If you want to follow me, feel free to do so. All right, so it's pretty funny. I tweeted this out. Shout out to the refs for allowing Houston and Florida to play physical and not ruin the game by calling a bunch of fouls. I tweeted this out at halftime, by the way, to give you some context. This is some great basketball being played. 8:58 p.m. Central Time. It was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes before the second half started. For those of you that don't recall, there was only 1 foul called on Florida the entire first half. In Houston, I think there's only like, what was it, maybe 3 or 4? They were letting them boys bang. No diddy. Down low. Anybody drove in the paint, you're getting an elbow to the throat. Well, what do you know? As soon as I tweet that out to start the second half, Florida had 5 fouls. Reminder, they only had 1 called on them the entire first half. Within the first 2.5 minutes of the second half, there were 5 fouls called on Florida. Granted, I'd say 4 out of 5 of those were well-deserved. One of them, Alex Condon, just completely... He had post position on Houston in a fast break, and then he just shoved a guy. That was a foul. Will Richard held a guy. 4 out of 5 of those were legitimate. It was just funny, though, because I tweeted this out, and then what do you know? There's like 5 fouls called, and everybody's like, oh, Matt was speaking to... You can see the comments right here. You jinxed it. Yeah, this didn't age well. I wound up quote tweeting it. It was like, yeah. I mean, it got to the point. It wasn't just on Florida. It was on Houston as well. They were calling everything. See right here, I said, yeah, this aged poorly. There's many points you can touch on, but I'd say one of my biggest takeaways from this game is Florida won because of how tough they were. Which is weird because when you say the word tough in a game with Houston, you normally associate that word with Houston. And they were tough, but I thought Florida was tougher. When Florida was down by 12, which is another thing we should be talking about, they were down by 12 points. It was a double-digit comeback. It's easy to give up. It's easy to go, and this is what Alabama does, my favorite team. Oh, our shots aren't falling. It's over. But no, they knew, hey, when the tough gets going, I got to get tougher or it's going to be over. It's going to be wraps. And they got in a stance on defense and played their butts off. This was some of the best basketball from both teams you're ever going to see played. 65-63. Florida is one of the best offensive teams in the nation. And they only scored 65 points. I want you to think about that. Houston ain't shabby on offense. I know we think about them as a defensive team. They only scored 63. This is better than the NBA. And I hope my younger people out there, you were watching this game. This is what real basketball looks like. This is what heart and passion looks like. You know all that NBA crap you see with them teams? No lie, scoring 150 points. That's ridiculous. I've never really watched the NBA, but I've seen some of the scores this year. 100, I only watch the postseason, but you see them on, wherever. 150 points in a game. I know players are more skilled than ever, and offense is king. But that ain't real basketball. You can't sit up here and tell me. I don't care how hot Steph Curry is or how hot Kevin Durant is, LeBron, whoever. No team should be putting up 150 points if you're playing tough, tenacious, and hard on defense. Tonight, you saw it. You saw what it looked like for a team to give it their all from both teams. Florida, if I had to grade their effort, A+. If I had to grade Houston's efforts, A+. It's great for Florida. They won the game, and that's what makes winning so special because losing, it hurts so much. The downside to it is somebody's got to lose this game, and unfortunately, it was Houston. I hate it for them. You're talking about a gutsy team. They grinded all year long. They grinded all game long. At the end of the day, that's why I went with Florida. I thought the size was going to be too much, and then Walter Clayton Jr., he would take over when Florida needed him to, and he pretty much did that. I know he wasn't scoring a bunch of points, but he always had the ball in his hands, making the right plays. That's really all I wanted to touch on. It was just so good as a fan, as a college basketball enjoyer, to see some real basketball being played. I'm actually, unpopular opinion, I'm glad this wasn't like 198. I'm glad we got to see some defensive teams go at it. Let's head back over to our bracket. I feel like I'm missing something I want to touch on. Maybe I'll think about it later today or tomorrow. But I think I covered everything. Shout out to the Gators, man. Shout out to the Gators. I will say two of the biggest plays in the game, in my opinion, or I'd say one of the biggest plays, if not the biggest, was when it was tied 48-48. Florida's got all the momentum in the world. You can feel the crowd getting into it. You can sense the energy. It's late in the shot clock. Jawan Roberts, he winds up forcing up a shot. Chenlieu, he blocks it. I thought it was a clean block. Ref calls a foul. I had the same reaction as the Florida bench and Chenlieu. I'm like, what? Chenlieu grabs the ball, slams it, gets a technical. I thought that might have been the kill shot for Florida. That took all the momentum out of their sails. Houston, they get 4 free throws. They make 3 out of 4. They go up 51-48. And what does Walton Clayton Jr. do? He gets an and one, converts it, and ties it back up 51-51. I thought that was huge. And to me, I thought that was the play of the game because Florida had the momentum. It gets swept out on their feet. So now Houston has it. They're up 3 on defense, and they love to play defense. And Clayton Jr. gets a 3-point play just like that. And now momentum's back to Florida. To me, that was the biggest play of the game. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything I wanted to. Let me know your thoughts down below. Who did you have winning it? Congratulations to everybody that did get in our group. What else did I miss? Oh, yeah. So now we don't have basketball or football to cover. What are we going to do next on MattBeGreat's? I don't know. We'll think about that. Different conversation for a different day. Do want to bring this up. We do have the Masters. As you can see right here, this is where I look at everything, where everyone's putting their money. Shout out to Kalshi. Let me know in the comment section, do we got anyone that cares about the Masters? It's the only time I ever watch golf. There's just something about it. Nothing hits better than taking a nap during the Masters. I can't be the only one who does that. Right now, you got Scotty Scheffler with 16%, Rory McIlroy at 13%, John Rahm 6%. You also got DeChambeau. Looks like he's at 6%. Me, personally, I got to go with my boy Scheffler. I just think Scheffler's the best in the game, and if you go to Kalshi and use code MattBeGreat, you get $10 off, so there's that. Many more things I can say. We're going to end it off here. I know for a lot of you, this is the last time you're going to be watching the channel if you are just here for basketball content, so I do want to say thank you for your time. Greatly appreciate it. I'll see y'all next year. Let me know your thoughts down below, but